nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we do our medical checkup, exactly what we do. So we go to the doctor and he tells you, do the following tests. Dozens of them. And then they bleed you, they urinate you, they defecate you, all kinds of things. And then data is collected. And after that data, that is analyzed, and then the doctor looks into it. Normal, 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 normal. Oh, this is abnormal. Why? I am surprised how you are still alive. At this reading, you should not be alive. I am so sorry. What else can the patient do? See? On the basis of these normal parameters which are established on certain foundation, we come to a conclusion whether this person is healthy, normal or not. Suppose the blood pressure is 520 and the lower one is 290. Then we are sorry, we don't deal with the dead animals. I am still there. So we have to have reference point whether we are nearer the health line or going away from the health line. If this example is clear, then we go to the next step. So when we talk about the mental health, so what should be the normal position of the mind when it can be declared as healthy mind? How important it is. So what are the parameters? Parameters are, the mind is not a burden for us. Parameters are, we are not fed up of our own mind. The parameters are, we do not want to take the drinks and drugs so that the thought formation is reduced or stopped. Because what is the problem of the mind? Mind has two problems. And the problems are extremism. It is very easy to be extreme. See? Either you keep on eating like a glutton or don't eat at all. Not difficult. But yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhaha. Dukkhaha means destroyer of the miseries. In the same manner, Absolute depression, no thoughts. Living in coma, one extreme. Other extreme is non-stop. Caw, 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 caw. These are the abnormal conditions of the mind. The mind should be, number one, available to us whenever we want. Healthy mind is that mind which is available to us whenever we want, for whatever job we want, for whatever length of time we want, without any special efforts. Then it is a healthy mind. What is a healthy car? It can go high speed and it can stop in a fraction of moment. But if your car is like this, you are going down the slope and then you want to apply the brake, you apply the brake. But the brake gets applied after 5 minutes. See? In the same manner, our mind is unable to stop. Therefore, the mental health means mind is available to us whenever we want. Now, what is the meaning of the mind is not available? About this, I'll tell you one event which I must have told you sometime. There was one young boy, and after my talk, I was getting down the stage. He came with his helmet. Swamiji, I got a question. I said, keep with you, I don't need. No, what is wrong if I run after girls? Question. There's nothing wrong. Your age is that age, you must run after girls. You will not run after buffaloes. Run. If you are feeling lonely, I am free. And join with you. He got so frustrated. Normally, what is expected? See, you go to talk to Swamiji, and then he'll say, no, beta, you should not do that. You belong to that culture. You are that and all that. That was his expectation, but he got the jolt of his life. Then he became frustrated. You don't understand. I said, what is wrong in that? See, your problem is eyes are open, I am seeing. So natural. So your age is that. You will run after girls. When you get kicks, you'll stop. Go. No, I don't know how to tell you. I said, because you don't know your problem. Your problem is your mind is not available to you whenever you want. When you want to study, your mind runs here and there. And when you are running over there, you are, so I have not studied, I had to do, the exams are coming. In short, your mind is not available to you for anything that you want to do. That is your problem. Yes, you are understood. Thereafter, we have to now work on it. And working is what? How the thoughts are formed. This you have to understand. If you have got nice spots, good soil, and you have not sown any seed, and then expect, let us see which plant will come. Nothing will come. See? In the same manner, the thoughts are born when there is a seed. Now take this experiment. You become husband or wife for some time and think. Then, second experiment, you become parent or children and think. Then, third experiment. Remain as nobody and think. Experiments over. Now, let us analyze the data. When you became husband or wife, you are thinking about either your or somebody else's wife or husband. See? लोगों की बीबियां कितनी अच्छी होती है. Friends. So when you became parent or children, you are thinking about children or parents. So this somebody is a seed. And from that seed, the tree of thoughts erupts. When our scriptures tell us, begin your day early in the morning. If I tell you something as a person, I will have intention that I am benefited by that. If you come to my yoga studio, you will get this thing. Why? Because I want clients. Now, what the scriptures are getting by telling us that you start your day early in the morning? The scriptures don't get anything. Then what is the reason? So the reason is, again, understand from your own experiences. When we are in deep sleep, we are happy. And because we are happy, we snore. Try to snore now when you are awake. You cannot. Because you are not happy. See? So, in that deep sleep, snoring sleep, we are nobody. Now, before you become anybody, after you get out of your sleep, complete your spiritual practice. We have no right, no business to encroach on somebody else's time. Early morning, you are nobody. So all the people at home are sleeping. Therefore, that is your time. In that nobody status of yours, complete your puja, your japa, your studying Bhagavad Gita, your meditation, your yoga. You complete during that period of 1 hour, 2 hours, when you are nobody. But when we become mother, for example, and then we want to do meditation. What meditation, my daughter has to go to the school. She doesn't wake up early in the morning. I don't know what to do. I think this has come to her from her father. Meditation. Now what is happening? This mother is thinking. Come to recognize this. And that is why we begin our day early morning. You are nobody and you are happy. No pressure on our head of any kind. So, how the thoughts come? The thoughts come when we become somebody, point number 1. Now, the second thing. When we are snoring away in deep sleep, that time, what is our experience? Our experience is, we are, number 1, nobody, therefore not finite. When I am somebody, I am finite. and that finitude comes in association with the body. So in deep sleep, when body identification is dropped, we are not having any limitation of time, space, and object. Number two, there is no sense of otherness. These two factors are necessary for the birth of thoughts. A young, healthy, smart, intelligent, free boy suddenly starts thinking, what a life without a wife. And then he gets married. So what happened now? He has become finite. And there is someone other. So the thoughts come to someone finite and about something other than him. Recognize these basics. Like our eyes can see everything other than themselves. Look at this backdrop and feel where you are, far away from yourself. Then look at this, look at my beautiful face. It is not a joke, it's the truth. See? Even a donkey thinks his face is beautiful. So you have come relatively nearer to yourself because your eyes are functional. They can see. Now see your own eyes by your own eyes. Try. You cannot. Exactly the same way. Mind thinks only about something else than itself. And what is that something else? About which three factors are there. Yesterday also I told you, janati, ichchati, karoti. When we know something, we desire. Desire is of two types. I want it, I don't want it. So, janati, we know about something. The next step is, I want or I don't want. Third step, karoti. Then we run after that thing or we run away from that thing. So where from it started? Sense of otherness. Therefore, till such time we hold on to anything finite, we cannot stop thought formation. We will have thoughts. Now the question is, what is to be done with the thoughts? The thoughts are the problem. So when we go deep into inquiry, we come to know thoughts are not the problem. Then, see, if you go to, let us say, Ganges, you can get into the Ganges, take bath nicely, become holy, purify, all your sins are washed away, so you are ready again to make sins. But if the same Ganges are on floods, then we are carried away. So what is the difference? We are not carried away by the waters, but we are carried away by the flow of waters. If this is clear, exactly the same way, thoughts are not problems. The flow of thoughts is a problem. So we have to consciously arrest this flow of thought formation. And when we get entangled in our own thought formation, we are somebody samsari. And then we suffer. Now the question is, where from the thoughts come? Do the thoughts come from outside? No. So for this, again, analyze your experiments in your life. My experiments are washing, underline, my clothes. I don't wash anybody else's. And then dry them, and then iron them. Why? Too much of wrinkles. So what the wrinkles do? They hide the beauty of the cloth. So you have removed all the wrinkles. Now the question is, when you moved the iron, where the wrinkles have gone? Like if there is something lying on the dining table and we remove it, collect in a plate, or else put it on the floor so that others can walk. In the same manner, when we are moving iron on the wrinkles of the cloth, where do they go? Do we collect them? Where do they go? They go nowhere because they are nowhere. They only appear. So what is happening? Cloth is appearing as multiple wrinkles. But because of that wrinkles, the beauty of the cloth is hidden. Exactly the same way. Man is the cloth. And what are the wrinkles on the man? First wrinkle is, he is a son to his father. Second wrinkle is, he is a husband to his wife. Third wrinkle is, he is a father to his son. And because of these wrinkles, these are only 3 examples, there are millions. Because of these 3 wrinkles, the beauty of the man is hidden. See? So, what are the wrinkles? They appear but don't exist. Exactly the same way. The son appears but doesn't exist. The husband appears but doesn't exist. The father appears but doesn't exist. Now who are miserable? These wrinkles. So that which appears but doesn't exist is technically called as illusion, appearance, or mithya. So after you go back home, start addressing your wife or husband. Hey Mithya, get me a cup of tea. She will say, Mithya, take. Try this. All your tensions will disappear. See? But you take them real. See? This advice is taken by one couple. And they really started calling each other. Hey Mithya, let's go for a walk. Mithya, I am not in a mood. Life becomes fun. See? Now how this is to be understood? When a boy or a girl separates, divorce happens, thereafter, where the wife or the husband has gone, did they die? Then where they have gone? You must have seen it happens in the Western world that, like, one of my friend, where somewhere in Europe, I was staying with them. Her name was Maya. They adopted Indian names, Maya, and her husband was something. So next time when I went, I said, hey, how's your husband? Swamiji, we are divorced. I said, okay. But we are staying together. Then how do you stay? We have got common fridge. So the upper part is mine, the lower part is his. If he has to take one Coke from my thing, he has to replace it. Living happily. See, friends, there was a school, and in the school, the teacher wanted to tell the teacher, students, let us learn writing a story, okay? Write a story. So the children, listen, listen. Story should be short, sweet, and must culminate happily. Okay? So one child finished and said, what about you? Over. Others have not even started, and this is over. He said, how come? He said, yes, you told short story ending in happiness. I did it quickly. So she did. So everybody stopped. He already finished. Now you listen, read your story. There was a man and a woman. First line. Second, they were standing back to back. Third line, they started walking. Fourth line, thereafter they lived happily. So beautiful story. Now be attentive. When you are happy, you don't think. When you are happy, you are in utter present. When you think, you either run in the past or in the future. Like when we see something other than the mind. In the same manner, past and future, they are wrinkles on the mind. Mind without past and the future is consciousness. See? Man without wife and children is happy. Recognize this. Only by taking drinks and drugs, you will not be helping yourself. You become dependent. Therefore, whenever you are disturbed, just straight away find out who is disturbed. Then we will come to know we are disturbed as a son because of the father. We are disturbed as a husband because of a wife. We are disturbed as the father because of the son. Then what is to be done? Play your role. There was one officer, administrative chief, CEO. He had a very terrible time with his wife that morning, terrible bitterness, and in that anger he left to work. And after he went to the work, he had his secretary, and he was a very good person and good rapport between the secretary and the CEO. So he just wrote a small application, sir, I have to take my wife for medical checkup. I will come after the lunch break. Thanking you. When he saw, come here. No, you are not going. Why? See, my wife is not well. I had to take her. Nothing happens to wife. Are you a Rashtrapati or what? You are a husband to your wife, not somebody else's wife. But because the husband was so overpowering him that he is not able to understand anything because the husband has poisoned his thinking. Nothing happens to wives. How can you say like that? Exactly this is what happens. We get overpowered. And we get tired. See? And when you are able to keep yourself cool with understanding, see? Right understanding is the only way to get freedom from thought formation. Your drinks and drugs and yoga and pranayam will not help. See? Do that for a time pass. But the truth is this. And once your vision changes, with the changed vision, look at the same world. your understanding will completely change. Then you will start leading your life like an actor on the stage. So we all have to act, because this is nothing. Life is what? Ram Leela or Krishna Leela. Everything appears happening, but nothing is happening. Like ours is a Satsanga Leela, as if you are listening. See? Once you take this stand in life, you will never be frustrated in life. Then you open a different dimension in your understanding life. I was standing in front of Shivananda Ashram in Rishikesh many years before, and enjoying evening time, calm, quiet. So there are always some commentators full of questions. I am always surprised where from the questions come. Can't we just try this experiment on you? Keep the ideal. Our mind should be like a mirror. Keep that ideal. Mirror reflects everything, rejects nothing, and retains nothing. So I was standing there, and one commander asked, Swamiji, what are you seeing? Say, what are you seeing? Oh, I am seeing Ganges, so beautiful, so many people are there. I said, very good, then why do you ask me? No, you tell, you see something different. I said, okay, listen now. I am seeing the flow of waters. I am neither seeing the Ganges, nor the people, nor the water. I am seeing the flow of water. He said, what is there to say in flow? I said, yes, that is what is the difference. And then you learn. So, in that flow of Ganges waters, there are two types of movements. One movement is unidirectional from Gomukh to Ganga Sagar. And in between that flowing waters, there are whirlpools, Baura. And if something is coming along with the main flow of water, maybe a wooden piece or some animal or anything which is coming, if it comes across that whirlpool, it will be sucked below because of the centripetal force of the waters. So one flow is unidirectional, second is centripetal. And because of the centripetal force, the object will be drowning in the waters, suffer for some time, and again it will be thrown out of it. And again it continues. If this is clear, look it in your own life. From the womb to the tomb, unidirectional life, common for everybody. And in between, the whirlpools come, body identification. And in that body identification, there is a centripetal force. We are pulled down. We become somebody. We suffer. We get frustrated. We get dejected. We react. And then we are thrown out of that whirlpool and we go to sleep. Unidirectional flow. And again, when we wake up, again we have come across another whirlpool. Again we are pulled down. See? Therefore, what should be our approach with reference to the mind, approach should be the culprit is body identification. Therefore, those who want to live long and those who want to commit suicide, both of them are the victims of body identification. After that only, this waking world comes into existence. When we are snoring away, that time, where are we? Space. When are we? Time. What are we? Body. These three things disappear. But we continue to exist. Therefore, what should be learned by us? When the mind is engaged in learning, the thoughts will not be a problem. Why we are fed up of our mind's thoughts? Because the mind is not engaged. And engaging, not worries, but learning something. This is what we told you. Real spiritual practice is learn from every single experience of your life. Then we can conquer the mental issues. See? So when we are thus again and again recognizing that all the problems begin after body identification. Now, again, don't stop there. Contemplate. So what will be the thing? When we are told in our scriptures, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, the world is an illusion. Now inquire, what is an illusion? Illusion is an experience which happens under n number of conditions. If somebody tells, I was coming in the evening and there was such a huge mirage waters. Hey, don't bluff. Why? Evening it is, it doesn't happen. Oh, I'm so sorry. You require a particular condition. Then only mirage waters appear. If this is clear, is it not this waking world appears only after body identification? If there is no body identification, the world disappears. Once you recognize this truth in your life, like when we recognize our reflection in the mirror as is an illusion, do we hate it? Do we try to improve it? Do we try to destroy it? Do we try to possess it? No. We enjoy it. It is not a negative thought. But like a bird or a dog, when he looks into the mirror, he takes it seriously and he suffers. So all those who are suffering in this waking world as somebody, they are dogs. And when they are dogs, what they do? Wow, wow. Go on fighting with everybody? No. Then play the game of life. And when you play the game, you are playing with certain rules and regulations. See? Unlike once I was in the children's camp many years before. Now I got separate from the kids. Enough is enough. So in that camp, I was watching evening time they were playing. So this is Swamiji, you have to today come and play with us. We listen to you, you have to listen to us. They are playing cricket. I said, yeah, I never played this game. No, you have to come. I said, okay, rules will be mine, not yours. Okay, I will do only batting. Don't ask me to run and do bowling and no, nothing. I'll do only batting. Second thing, I will never be out. I will not be out. Okay, so they give me the mat and one or two here and there. And then that boy said, Swamiji, LBW. I said, impossible. You cannot see my legs. How can there be a leg before wicket? He said, no, for you, the definition is different. Why? Lungi before wicket. you are, your lungi is hiding that stumps. Therefore, you're out. Play the game. There is no worry whether you succeed or you fail. What for to play? Time pass. Like you all have come here for what? For knowledge, wisdom, time pass. अच्छा था, joke हो जाते हो जाता. There was one Punjabi lady. She came in Kaivalya Dham for her health problem, and she asked, my lectures are going on. May I come? I said, come, no problem. So she was coming for the talks. That time we were talking on a very deep topic, Brahma Sutras. And all the students with the commentary and everything in their hand. So after the lecture was over, she came, Swamiji, you are all right? I said, why? You are not telling jokes. That day I realized people think I am a joker. See, friends. Therefore, lead your life. When you are identified with the body, always remember, you are in front of a mirror. Now decide whether you are a man or a dog. When you start barking, kutta aa gaya. See, friends, life becomes so simple. And as you continue with this, now next step, be very attentive. Two things torture old people. One is guilt. Very important. And second thing, fear. Guilt about what should have been done was not done. What should not have been done was done. When I was young, I don't know. Fear. Nobody is miserable because of death. We are miserable because of fear of death. On the contrary, death is the only event in our life which we do and others suffer. Suppose I die here right now. Hare Rama, don't do that. You will be suffering. I am relaxed. And therefore, when we are leading our life, always be aware of this thing. Now I'll show you your own God. Okay? Be 100% attentive. You get a thought in your mind. I should stand up and shout and start dancing or abuse. A thought comes in your mind. And then your mind alone will say, no, we are in a satsang. We should not do like this. This is not the right way to do. This second thing is God. First thing is you. This constantly happens in us. Whenever we are doing something, take a simple example. While taking food, I think I should not take it. But she is telling, okay, lagao. Are? See? So there is someone inside who always guides us. But we don't listen to him. We are all wisdom. We are not boredom. But we don't listen to our own conscience. Therefore, if we want to maintain our mental health, be loyal to your conscience. If there is no acceptance, don't practice it. This is what we call Viveka, discrimination. Every one of us know what is right and what is wrong. And yet we do that. Because we are not listening to ourselves. A person who doesn't listen to himself, can he ever listen to others? Therefore, like the wrinkles come from the cloth, but they don't exist. But that non-existing wrinkles are covering the beauty of the cloth exactly the same way. The thoughts are coming out of your consciousness, and those thoughts are covering the beauty of the consciousness, and therefore when thoughts disappear, they go nowhere, but the truth is hidden behind the thoughts. Consciousness and mind, both are knowledge. See? Man is man and husband is also a man. What is the difference? Man is happy and husband is struggling to be happy. In the same manner, consciousness is knowledge, mind is also knowledge. But the mind is struggling to get knowledge, to get happiness. Seeking happiness creates thoughts. Don't seek. जेही विधि राखे राम तेही विधि रही. Give yourself zero choice. And if you want to practice this, I'll tell you what I am doing. Be a follower. Don't be a leader. Be a follower. Intelligent husband, follow the wife. Should we go? No need. I will not go. Relax. There was one couple, and she had this habit. Whatever husband tells, she has to say opposite. ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा करेंगे. Every time, anything he says. So they had to go to see somebody who was ill or who died. Maybe his father-in-law or somebody. So he wanted to go out of courtesy. He said, I'm not going for your father's death and all that. No, we have to go. Actually, he wanted to go. Then there were river, and he wanted to go by a shortcut so that he can cross easily, but it is a dangerous one. Rivers were in floods. So he said, we'll go by a normal route by the proper beach, okay? No, we'll go by shortcut. Everything ulta, we'll go by shortcut. He wanted to go that way. Then he forgot. He told, hold properly. No, I will not hold. And then he started searching her up the stream. I will not flow this, I will go this way. Life becomes a great fun. But we become too serious about small little things. See, friends, and whenever you are happy, you are in the present. Whenever you are happy, you are nobody. Whenever you are happy, your blood pressure is absolutely normal. What we are doing, we are seeking happiness. Now in this story which I told you, what did you get, you tell me? You didn't get anything, but you are happy. Discover happiness rather than seeking happiness. So what is the unhealthy condition of the mind? Mind is miserable. And because of that, we are seeking happiness. And we start seeking happiness in things and beings. We go here, we go there. See? Therefore, in USA, there is a hotel chain, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. So they are waiting for the Friday to come. And then what they do, they don't stay at home. They go out all the time. Do you know what is the reason? The reason is because their infrastructure is better than infrastructure. Inside their house, there is only frustration. So they go all the time out. In India, it is the other way around. Extra fracture. Therefore, they stay at kahan jana hai, chalo, pakode khate. Those who are happy with themselves, they don't need any external paraphernalia. Therefore, what should be the way to get out of the mental problems? If somebody does a mistake, how are you? Don't take a revenge. Baito, batata hu. You fire. I am on the top of the world. Try it. But the word should carry the meaning. Otherwise, you are learned. How are you? I am on the top. How are you? I am on the top of the world. Ori? Word should carry the meaning. And slowly, slowly, you will rise above the wants. I want this, I want that. I want this, I want that. So when you surrender completely, like when I come to the Australia, I have surrendered to Swami Ji Maharaj. आपको यहाँ रहना ठीक है, वहाँ से उठना है उठ गए, वहाँ खाना है खा लो. Let's go today. We go today. Swami Ji will not go anywhere. Will not go anywhere. Zero thinking. Cloth washing करने करो. Relax. I don't think. And thus, when you reduce the burden of responsibility on your head, you will be happy. Therefore, be irresponsible. Aha. Anyway, things happen as they have to happen. You can't change it. Things will happen as they have to happen. But ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. But we have, I have done this, I have done, oh. Therefore, my friends, the highest and the most important principle of life is value your peace of mind as the topmost priority. नास्ति बुद्धि अयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चा भावयत शांति अशांतस्य कुतः सुखम. नास्ति बुद्धि अयुक्तस्य. He who doesn't know this knack. What is the knack? Learn from everything. When you are in a process of learning, you stop reacting. See, this vision once you develop, I tell you, yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra samadhaya. Deha bhimane galite vidyate paramatmani yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra samadhaya. Everywhere you get a message. See? The other day where I was seeing something, some on the TV itself, I think in Sydney. So I told my friend, I said, look here, now that water is flowing in that direction, isn't it? That on the screen. I said, watch, what are the things there? He said, no, water is flowing. I said, no, think cool. Don't just say like that. He said, yes, there are some stones in between, there are some plants, and the water is flowing. I said, very good. Now see further, what more? No. I said, I am seeing something more. What is that? I said, wherever there is a stone and the water is flowing against the stone, so there little bit whitish thing appears. And what is that whitish thing? The water is trying to flow against the flow because something has come in between. If there is no obstacle, water will flow in the same way. Exactly the same way. When the obstacle of body identification comes in the flow of the river of life, it starts going the opposite direction. If you swim along the current, relax. If you swim against the current or across the current, struggle. Everywhere you get this message. When these examples I give you, because from this only I have learned in my life. This happened in our New Zealand many years before. We were going somewhere and my friend, his daughter and myself. So I am a lazy type of person. So they said, Swami, let us go down there near the sea, see how beautiful it is looking. I said, look here, you go. I'm not coming. I'll wait here. No, but it looks so beautiful. I said, look here, whatever looks beautiful is never beautiful. What do you mean? I said, for example, you look beautiful. Next 3 days, she did not talk to me. If you want to see the beauty, you must have optimum distance. If there is a picture like the size of this wall behind, and you go nearer to the picture, only 2 inches nearer, and see the picture, will you be able to see the beauty of the picture? Or else you go 5 miles away and from there you look at the picture, will you be able to see the beauty of the picture? So if you want to see the beauty of the picture, only one way, maintain optimum distance. In the same manner, if you want to discover happiness in this world, maintain an optimum distance. Don't run away, don't go too close. When these mother-in-laws don't understand, they go so close to their son, they forget that he has got a better choice. And they hold on to that poor son. And that poor son's condition is like the vegetable between the 2 blades of a scissor. These days they don't cut, got scissors, for cutting, cut like that. So upper is the wife and lower is the mother, and in between is the husband's son. Cut. Then his problem is, jaऊं to jaऊं का बाढ़ में जाओ. See, keep distance and remain close, rather than remaining close and creating distance. See, in South Africa, it happened with one of my friends. He is such a lovely person, but he had all the health issues. His fingers will become like this thing. He had tuberculosis and he was having no confidence like that. And his father used to always scold him. And a child who was scolded, you know what was his age? His daughter was in college. And his old father constantly scolding. So he asked me, Swamiji, you see my son is nalayak. You tell him, what should I do? I said, I'll tell you. Let's go to other room. I said, if you want to help your son, you get away from him. Below a huge banyan tree, no other plant can survive. You have destroyed your life. Let him destroy his life. Don't help him. Do you mean he should? I said, yes, he should stay separately, away from you, and see the difference. And by God's grace, it happened. So he went to other town and has his own nice house. Business-wise, they are together. But after the work is over, they used to go to his house. Within a period of 6 or 8 months, all his problems disappeared. Not a single problem. But the problem came to the father. Nobody to scold. Then, after a year's period, again he also got a house next to his house. See, friends, don't get involved too much in anybody's life. Remember the last thought of the day. Plants eat from the roots and grow up. Animals eat from the front, grow backward. We eat from above, grow downward and sideward. What is the next possibility? Eat from backward and grow forward. No. As regard the morphological evolution is considered, as human beings we have reached the top. As human beings, only one thing is pending, and that is spiritual evolution. Everything else must wait. What will you do with the healthy body? Health without wisdom is terrorism. Can you imagine any terrorist coming with a gun in the hand? Hey, pakadna jara yaar, kamar mein dard. No. Think. The more we become aware of this, it's okay. Husband, wife, children, job, everything is fine. Nothing wrong in that. But our attention should be on spiritual evolution. And what is spiritual evolution? You are happy. You are not seeking happiness. You are at peace with yourself. Our condition is, we ask, Are Gupta ji, what happened today? You are so happy? That means if he is miserable, we don't ask a question. That is the standard. But if he is happy, we are surprised. How come you are happy? See, friends, therefore, all the mental health issues are only because we are seeking attention. Don't seek attention. See? Remain incognito. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. If you are at peace with yourself, you have done highest spiritual practice. When we fall in self-respect, we are going the wrong way. Give it a try and be happy. And from tomorrow, please don't come. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.